Hi lads, said I'll do a video now enhancing your trading. You've now done your support and resistance, a candlestick price analysis, and your RSI, so it's building up a basic trading strategy. Now, to start taking things to the next level, once you're happy with M3, is one thing that is quite important in my trading is patterns. You've got your individual candlesticks and what they mean, but together they form patterns which can be massive indicators as to where price is likely to go. And identifying these patterns can be quite crucial when you're trading. It's basically working with support and resistance, a lot of it. And if you've got a grasp of the concept, which you guys should have by now, then it's relatively easy to spot. Here's first example. This is what you call a double top, where prices come up here. It's hit this level, it's bounced back down, and it's tested the same level again and failed to break it, and then it's gone to the downside. Now, how you would, people always say, how would you trade that? Perfect example. That would be my stop. This support here, which is a strong level, would be my entry. And as you can see, it broke this level, went down and caught 50 odd pips. But then if you left it on it, left the trade on, you see your stop up here, which is a fair old stop. This is on the 15-minute chart. It's a 55, 56 pip stop. It just keeps you clear of this noise. And if it does break this, you know it's going higher, because it's tested that level 3 times and it's not broke it. So there's only one way for it to go, and that's to the downside. So that is what you call a double top. Let me just check this out. Yeah, so that's that. That's a double top. I'll get some pictures up for you. 2 secs while I here is the same double top, but with RSI divergence. So bringing in the RSI into play. You've got this. In fact, no, this is a different one, isn't it? This is your ord, which I've got here, I believe. Yeah. Right, perfect example. You've got your accumulation at the bottom, where price trades in a range, goes up, down, up, down, up, down. Again, we've talked about that. It breaks out, forms a high, low, then a high, high. It hits this level, it falls. It hits the exact same level again, and then falls. Now, bring the RSI into play. You've got your double top, same level, weakness on the RSI. I'll be expecting this pair to fall somewhere around here. And just for how I trade it, that would be my entry, and that would be my stop. Simple. Got RSI divergence, your double top resistance. That's how I play it. Again, it might not go my way, but all my signs, my analysis is saying that. So yeah, that's your double top. Pretty simple. And vice versa for a double bottom. Get this up from there. Same. Price comes down, hits a level, comes up, falls, hits the same level, goes back up, hits the same level again, and then up it goes. And if you were to trade this, you just put your entry above this recent resistance. See here where it meets it. That resistance turns into support, or goes from support into resistance, and then bang, breaks it, and up we go. Very simple. As soon as you see price struggling at this certain area, that's when you want to be looking at it and looking what it's doing. Price is still trying to come down and break it. It's tested 3 times. Yeah, it's gone below here, but then it's shot back up again. You don't, just because it breaks out on that one candle doesn't mean anything really, unless it stays below that candle. But it obviously hasn't. Price has been pushed back up again. But that's obviously a news announcement. A lot of volatility going on there. I won't really take that into account. And yeah, so that's a double bottom. Pretty simple again, self-explanatory. It helps with this stuff, bringing with your double tops and your double bottoms, helps bring the RSI into it, as you can see on that previous picture, or the double top one, sorry, about showing you how the RSI can help you spot the weakness in the double tops and double bottoms. This next picture is what I call a squeeze. Some people call it a wedge, rising wedge. Get off in 2 seconds. Yeah, so that's what this is. This is on the euro Canadian dollar. Price has come along. It's hit the same point once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Failed to break that point. Whereas on the downside, on the lower part of the pair, it's hit the same trend line almost, definitely twice, almost 4 times there. And this is at current time. So I'm expecting this to come into here and then drop to the downside. You got the RSI confirming that it's hit the same point. In fact, here where it's hit the same point, now you've got weakness. You've got your divergence. Same points there, weakness on the RSI. I'm expecting this to fall. So we'll see later whether my analysis is right or not. So that's what you call a squeeze. We get another example. This is one we found with a USD JPY. I can find it. It's probably on my chart in 2 seconds. Here. It's what I done last night. I've seen this coming up. I spotted it yesterday. And then I've drew in these lines and found it hitting the same point 3 times. This is again called a rising wedge. I call it a squeeze. And it comes up. Now you want to try and join as many of these points as you see. I haven't. I mean, you could probably bring that in there. And it's at this point I'm looking to see it breaks out there. But what I had to back me up was again my RSI. You can see the weakness here. So you've got these ups, highs here, weakness on the RSI. So I knew that move to the downside was coming, just didn't know when. Drew my wedge, and then this area here, I was watching. This whole area here. I didn't know when it was going to happen. So all I did was look for support. So I think this happened overnight. So I think my support was around here, 106. Yeah, and there. That's where the price had gone up, fell, gone up again. And my stop was around here, I believe. And then yeah, so caught this move last night just based off this wedge move. Knew it was coming to a halt, and the bearish divergence in the RSI. So that is basically called a rising wedge or a squeeze. So draw your top trend line in, going from the tops of the candles, and your bottom trend line going from the bottom of the candles till it comes to a point, and then it's not always going to, like, that's a perfect example. This is in real time. Anyone can draw the perfect wedge, but as you know, I like to do things in real time so it's more accurate and show you how they can play out. This just doesn't mean it's going to happen at this point. It just means this is an area for me to focus on. Set my trade up based on support and resistance, and then off we went. That's the trade that I was caught today. So that's that rising wedge and double tops and double bottoms. The next one I tend to look out for is one called head and shoulders. This is quite an important pattern, I find. Let's get a picture of it up. This is a bearish head and shoulders where price comes up, hits a level, comes down, forms a new high, comes down, either forms a lower, well, it does form a lower high, but a lower than the first high. But as you can see, it's hit the same point, falls, and I believe this fell later. Now, how you trade this is some people go after neckline. So they'll draw a line from here to here. In fact, I'll find this on the chart to be USD. 14th of July. 1 hourly. Yeah. Give me 2 seconds, I'll set this up. Right, there we go. Here it is here. Get rid of these lines for now. So you got your full, your high, your full, your high. So how people would trade this is you would go from the neckline there. Once it breaks that neckline, you'd have your trade set up here, and down it went to slow down 97 pips at full move. So yeah, that's a bearish head and shoulders. As you can see, it's called head and shoulders because you've got your shoulders and your head, shoulder, head, shoulder, neckline, and that's how that is. And again, with your stop, it's the most important thing, risk management. You'd have your stop at the most recent high, so up there. Above that, if it breaks that, you know, so if you were in this trade, you can't currently be setting about break even. Your stop's up here, it's not been touched. And if you were in this trade, you'd be looking here, yeah, you would have gone into a loss, but it's a lower high. So you've now got a high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So you'd be half expecting this pair to move down here. So not a bad little trade. So that's head and shoulders pattern. Again, if it's to the upside, it's bearish, and I'll show you a picture of what's called an inverted head and shoulders, which is this bad boy. Just basically the same one but upside down. Price comes down, up. So you've got a low, a high, a lower low, a high, a higher low, bang. Off the neckline, trade that, up it goes. So what's that there? That's about 1060, about 25 pip move off a 15-minute chart. It's not bad at all. Again, your stop is below here. Yeah, and that's it. And again, you can see the same patterns formed. Shoulders, head, shoulders. And that's it, lads, really. That's the main patterns I look for. Double tops, double bottoms, squeezes, and head and shoulders. There are others out there, but I find it gets a bit too complicated. There's a lot of harmonic patterns, garlics, bats, all that sort of stuff. That's for way later on when your trading's pretty good and you've got these nailed down. But for now, just keep an eye on your double bottoms, your double tops, your head and shoulders patterns like this. So high, high, lower high, bang. Neck drawing the neckline and just wait for it. So you could be waiting. I mean, how long does this take to form? That low took 4 days to get hit. That's fine. Just sit there and wait. Draw in your pattern and just sit and wait on it. You know it's coming. If it works for you, it works. Beautiful. And that's it, lads. Really. Any questions? You know where to get me in the group. So yeah, crack on.